The Golden State Warriors might have just created one of the most interesting situations of the entire NBA offseason. Because while everyone is talking about if the Warriors can make one more championship run with Steph Curry, there is another question nobody is discussing. Could Draymond Green actually get traded by the Warriors? Earlier this offseason, Draymond declined his player option worth nearly $28 million to give the Warriors more financial flexibility to chase LeBron James. Eventually, LeBron chose Philadelphia, and Draymond re-signed with the Warriors on a one-year deal. At first, this looked like a simple move. Draymond stays, Steph Curry stays, Jimmy Butler stays. The Warriors run it back. However, according to ESPN's Anthony Slater, there is one small detail about this contract we didn't talk about in previous videos. Draymond Green does not have a no-trade clause, and the crazy part is, he was eligible to get one. Instead, Draymond chose not to fight for that protection, and that decision could become extremely important because the Golden State Warriors now have one of the most flexible trade situations in the entire NBA. With Steph Curry entering the final year of his contract, Jimmy Butler entering the final year of his contract, and Draymond Green also on a one-year deal without a no-trade clause, Golden State has reached a massive crossroads. Do they continue with their core? Or do they finally make the aggressive move necessary to maximize Steph Curry's final window? Because if another star player becomes available, Draymond Green could be the contract that helps make it happen. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro. Yo, what's up guys, Jason here back with a new video. If this is your first time watching, I cover the Golden State Warriors every single day on YouTube, along with other NBA news, trades, and rumors on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. If you're a basketball fan, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of my future upload. Now, let's first address the elephant in the room, the no-trade clause. This offseason, Draymond Green was eligible for a full no-trade clause. And for those who are not familiar, no-trade clause is extremely rare in the NBA. A player has to meet 3 requirements. First, the player must have at least 8 years of NBA experience. Second, the player must spend at least 4 seasons with his current team. And third, the player must be signing a new contract, not simply extending his current deal. Draymond checked every single box. He has played 14 seasons in the NBA. He has spent his entire career with the Golden State Warriors. And this was a new contract after Draymond declined his player option. So technically, Draymond could have negotiated a no-trade clause and had the ability to block any potential trade, but he decided not to. And on his most recent podcast, Draymond explained why. He said, quote, "If the Warriors want to trade me at some point in the season, they want to trade me. I've never been a guy who wants to stay somewhere where I'm not wanted." And honestly, this tells us a lot about Draymond's mindset. He understands the business part of basketball. He understands that the Warriors have to make decisions based on winning. And if Golden State believes a move gives them a better chance for a championship, he doesn't want to stand in the way. However, the biggest takeaway from this contract might not even be about a trade. It is about uncertainty. Because for the first time in years, the Warriors have all 3 members of their veteran core approaching a crossroads. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green all have 1 year left on their contract. That is a massive warning sign. The Golden State Warriors are essentially entering a season where they have to decide, are they still trying to win championships with Steph Curry, or are they quietly preparing for the next era? And honestly, their offseason says they are trying to keep both options open. They missed on Giannis, they missed on Jaylen Brown, they missed on LeBron. And instead of making a massive move, they just brought back Draymond Green on a short-term contract. Which brings us to another important question. What happens next summer? Because there is another possibility Warriors fans have to consider. Draymond Green could become a free agent next offseason. Now, realistically, I don't think Draymond wants to leave Golden State. This is the only franchise he has ever played for. He won 4 championships here. He built his entire legacy alongside Steph Curry. He has always talked about wanting to retire as a Warrior. But at the same time, the NBA is a business. If things change, if the Warriors decide to move in a different direction, if Steph Curry's future becomes uncertain, Draymond will have the option to choose where he plays next. But then there is another scenario that could be just as concerning. The Golden State Warriors could overpay him, and this is where history becomes dangerous. Nobody can deny what Draymond has meant to this franchise. He is the defensive anchor of a dynasty. He is also the emotional leader of this team. However, Golden State cannot let emotions control their roster decisions. Because if the Warriors give Draymond a new contract simply because of what he has done in the past, they could create the same problem they are dealing with already. an aging, expensive roster with limited flexibility. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying Draymond Green is for sure getting traded. I believe there is a good chance Draymond retires as a Warrior, but we simply cannot ignore the possibility anymore. We know this offseason, the Golden State Warriors were in trade talks for Giannis and Jaylen Brown. And when teams are trying to acquire superstar players, Draymond's contract becomes very important because Golden State no longer has the same young assets they once had. A few years ago, the Golden State Warriors could offer James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole. Those players had much more perceived value. But today, the Warriors' biggest trade assets may be their contracts and future flexibility. In summary, Draymond Green's new contract creates a situation that is fascinating. He could become a trade piece. He could lead in free agency. Or the Warriors could face the hard decision of whether paying Draymond again makes sense. And that is why this upcoming season is so important, because the Golden State Warriors are standing at a massive crossroads. But again, that's just my opinion and I want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Golden State Warriors will end up trading away Draymond Green? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, all linked below in the description box. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.